Polio is a crippling and potentially infectious disease that is caused when a person is infected by poliovirus that invades the nervous system. Poliomyelitis can also cause paralysis and even death. There are three types of polioviruses: type 1, type 2, and type 3. Polio has been cured in almost all the nations, but Pakistan still remains one of the handful of nations still struggling to eradicate polio. This is because of mistrust, misconception, and false information associated with polio vaccines. This hostility towards polio vaccines only serve to endanger children who can suffer lifelong consequences because of being not vaccinated properly. In this video, we will discuss these. The first question is these vaccines dangerous and does it cause various diseases and even polio? Take a look at the vaccines. There are two types of vaccines. OPV means oral polio vaccine and IPV mean inactivated polio vaccines. Both have specific purposes and consequences. OPV is taken orally as drops and can be easily administered and does not require a trained health worker. IPV is also a very safe vaccine. It is given through injections by a trained health workers. IPV produce antibodies. It also replaces the oral vaccines. OPV vaccines are much more effective as compared to IPVs. For this reason, in Pakistan, OPV is considered as most effective vaccine for the eradication of polio. According to current immunization schedule, 3 times IPV injections and sufficient number of OPV drops are necessary for complete production of immunity against polio. Drops are used all over the world and they are safe according to various sources. For example, Drug Regulatory Authority of Pakistan and WHO certified Pak Polio Laboratories has confirmed that polio drops used in Pakistan are completely safe and healthy. The question is, can I vaccinate my children more often? Yes, there is no risk of giving more than 1 dose or so many doses. In fact, polio vaccines are made so they need to be given more than once. The total amount of polio vaccine a child needs to protect against polio depend upon the health and well-being of the child. And on how many types of viruses have children been exposed to before. Third question is, how do I know if the drops are stored correctly or not? The bottle of polio drops are equipped with heat-sensitive indicator label, which is also called as vaccine vial monitor. And the purpose of VVM is to see if the drops are affected by heat or not. Health providers always use bottles that have correct VVM and expiry date. Fourth question is, but why do some children still suffer from polio? Developing a strong immune response against polio is a very complex process. We are all different. That means all the medicines and vaccines affect us in very different ways. The effect of polio vaccines are different on the children who are underweight, are suffering from diarrhea or other diseases as compared to the healthy ones. Due to which they can be protected from poliovirus by giving more than 10 doses of the polio vaccines. There may also be a lack of coverage in a community that most of the people do not acquire immunity. That's why children under the age of 5 should get polio drops regularly to stay safe and healthy. Question: does polio drops are lawful? Yes, polio drops are lawful. Scholars give fatwa on polio drops being lawful. These includes Sheikh Azam from Jamia Al-Azizia and Mufti Azam of Saudi Arabia. Also, Darul Uloom Deoband and scholars from Indonesia. In addition, 54 out of 57 Islamic countries are polio-free today because they use the same vaccines. You also know that according to Saudi Arabia law, Umrah visa cannot be obtained unless a polio safety certificate is issued. Just think, if these drops are forbidden or haram, it wouldn't have been necessary for Umrah in Saudi Arabia. After all this discussion, it proves that polio drops are important for your children's health and well-being. Thank you.